I would say your circumstances, where you grew up, and your home doesn't determine, or which family you have been born in doesn't determine where will you end up. What you've been born poor, or you've been born disabled, or you've been born disadvantaged doesn't mean what you must end up there. We are all in control of our own destinies. Your parents do not owe you anything. I will repeat this. Your parents do not owe you anything. What you've been born into this world, it has been God's destiny. And your parents do not owe you anything, or anything. As long as you have been brought up and you have good health, there are many plans that you can make about your life. And I will also say, when we must change our mindset as abantu abamnyama. Shift from this thing, when you're thinking of making money, you think of going to umlungu. Bese ucela umsebenzi, bese yena umlungu afune ibhilivane when you don't feel like coming to work, or when you ulovile, or anything like that. Sometimes we do have our bad days where you feel like you want to relax, but because you've got this job, where you depend on for money, you will have to go to work. So we have to shift from that mentality and start thinking of making money in our own ways. So that's what I would say to you, Muti. That which you are passionate about, lento le oyenza without anybody asking you to do it. Like for an example, somebody is good at cleaning the house and making it speak and span. That thing, so when that thing, you can change it. You can take a few friends and open a company, open a cleaning company, approach a few companies, say, you know what, sifuna uncleanela, maybe volunteer for a week and say, cleanela free of charge for a week. But after that week, you guys will then have to review, was our job that good? And if you do an amazing job, I promise you, they will give you the contract. You now have a company of your own where you are generating your own money instead of depending on umlungu. Then once you have your contract, you're able to go to government institution like a hospital. I already have this contract from this company, so I am already supplying them. Services will cleaner. So can you give me now you are going bigger, you start hiring people instead of being the one who is hired. Yeah, the name is Simphiwe A, and I do music and acting. I was in high school when I joined the Castia Corner. Actually, it was not in high school, it was before I started. Yes, I was in high school, but not the specific high school that I have in mind. There was a cast in Lassie Park, which was directed by a guy called Jarushili. And I did that for quite a while, and then when I got Esebetsa to high school to study there, I told you there's another cast, and then I did it for a year, and then so that's why I've started with casting, acting. But music, I have been doing it for a long time. From when I was young in church, I used to play on the keyboard. I have worked with many artists, like Simphiwe from Adela, Simphiwe A, on her first album as a backing vocalist. And I have worked in studio as a sessionist. So that means when a certain producer or a certain artist is recording a studio, I would be called to say, okay, sicela uzosifakela i-tenor, sicela uzosifakela ama-voices athize. Yeah, that's what I've done. I have performed everywhere: jazz festivals, gospel shows. At this moment, I'm trying to venture into the gospel industry. I do work as a solo artist, but there are some projects that I'm normally requested to be part of. The projects like there's one called the Gospel Explosion, which was done by Amajita, like Abu Bafana Nkosi. Bafana Nkosi is from the popular group Abate Redeemed, the gospel group. We're supposed to actually shoot a live DVD in February next year, which is in 4 months' time. Yeah, but I am also having an album of mine that I'm finishing very soon, and judging by the way irresponsible because I did some of my songs, on that stage, it sounds very promising. People would think if you're on TV, or Hlaluzula, you've got places, nice extravagant places. I am more of a domesticated man. I enjoy my space. I do have quite a few friends, but if I'm not with my friends, I'm home. I'm doing the music, I'm writing, I'm just relaxing, because I know that when it gets very busy, it gets extremely busy, so I use whatever time to relax or have my kids around and play daddy the whole time. I'll tell you one last story before I finish. This person once went wire for interview engafundanga. Megafika bathi sicela i-CV, wathi hayibo i-CV yini yona leyo ngoba imoto ayikho le eduze. Mina ngazi i-CV joint yemoto. Wathi mina bengifuna nilethe umlungu kube huyo oyikhethelayo ukuthi ufuna bani. Waphuma leyo ndoda leyo ephethe 20 rand esikhwameni. Waphuma wathenga ibox lamatamati. Wamala wathengisa amatamati. Laphela ibox wabuyela emarket wathenga amabox ayi-2 bawathenga same day. In a week bekasathengise amabox amaningi wamaletwa mali. The next thing he's buying a van. The next thing he is selling vegetables in Lento. He's got a supermarket where he's selling amalento. He's got a business of his own. Iqalephi business yakhe. He was wanting ukuthi ahambe aye kumlungu ayocela umsebenzi, but because he didn't get a job, he started thinking creatively on his own. So sometimes the fact that you're not getting a job is a signal to you ukuthi you do not belong in the workplace as the other people do. We need to not think about the other people ukuthi bayenza kanjani imali yakho, but come out with your own way of creating wealth. That's what I will say to you. You must always be motivated and must always think creatively. There are so many things that you can do to make money.